Are you dwelling on the negative? Are you finding it hard to see things in a positive light? Well, if you do feel this way, you are certainly not alone. We all find ourselves coping with troubling thoughts from time to time, especially when we are going through changes. Change is a massive one in our lives, and it can happen on a number of levels as well. This morning, we're going to be looking at some healthy thinking skills we can implement in our everyday life with psychologist Ryan Cooper. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
I have the opportunity to interview a number of people in this space, and I find it one of the great privileges of my career to be able to plug into other people's perceptions, because that's very much what it is. It's a perception. So often we get overtaken by our thoughts and we forget that we are the ones actually thinking those thoughts. Maybe you can explain to me what healthy thinking looks like.
So for me, in a nutshell, it's about finding your emotional pH. Everything in our body is designed to find balance. Every system, whenever we're healing, is there to try and find balance. So emotionally, it's just the same thing. There's negative, there's positive, and it's finding and being able to balance the tension between the two.
I'm a very positive person, but I'm as prone to anyone else to very negative thoughts. Why do we struggle to bring ourselves consciously back into a positive mindset, do you think?
It's almost like the sad feelings or the negative feelings are quite magnetic. They're kind of misery loves company, I think, in a certain way. But if we are thinking negatively, or the way we're perceiving things that happen to us, we've got a narrative that we kind of, the way we look at the world, we look at it through those lenses. And we will see things in the world that either confirm for us certain beliefs we have about negative situations, and we get locked into that. We get set in our ways with that. So the more we're thinking along those lines, the more we're looking for those experiences, the more our neural pathways are actually going to change to support that. So whatever you're asking your system to do, it's going to try and do for you. So if every day I'm feeling unappreciated, my neural pathway is going to go, okay, yes, and let's look for evidence to sort of back that up and support it. And that becomes incredibly difficult to break.
I think the most important factor here is that what we think does affect our health, whether it's just the emotional health, yes, but it can actually even impact our physical well-being. How does what we think affect our overall health?
Yeah, our mind and body are they're linked. It's a dual system. We've got nerves, all kinds of things that really keep this highway moving. Gut, brain, rule the world kind of thing. We can tap into a positive space. We can ask those neurons to, kind of light up a new suburb of thoughts as we kind of go, and a new normal can kind of step into place.
So managing stress, and I say this with all due respect to those who are going through very stressful situations, because so much of our mental health is attached to the situational influences, what we are experiencing. But if we are able to find a balance, again, in our stress levels, will that mean that we are destined to a healthier life?
I think so. I definitely think so. I think, yes, if you're talking to our general stressors, you're not talking to people who have gone through something incredibly traumatic, where obviously there's a reaction to that is natural to go through.
That requires a treatment plan.
Absolutely. But I think just day-to-day stuff and the things we contend with in the backdrop to our lives every single day, I honestly believe that we've got to look at self-care, at whatever, I call it Project Me for short. Whatever it is I'm needing to do, it's got to almost become a daily lifestyle thing now. We actually need to give a little bit of time, if you can, daily, but certainly weekly, to check in.
Thank you so much. I found this very, very helpful from a self-indulgent, a self-orientated, I'll say, perspective. But hopefully you've taken some of that on board. Healthy thinking means looking at the entire situation, the positive, the negative, and the neutral parts, and then coming to a conclusion and hopefully finding some balance. You can't get it right all the time, but just starting with one positive step, one positive thought might bring about a shift that goes far beyond your expectations. Healthy thinking means looking at life and the world in a balanced way, not through rose-colored glasses as well. Good dose of reality will sort that right out. Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you.